Hello all, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to discuss about ovule, structure of ovule, types and function of ovule. Ovule is nothing but the plant structure that develop into a seed when fertilization process is over. So let us discuss ovule in detail. Before going to the discussion, if you are not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe and stay tuned with. So, what is structure of ovule? What are the parts of ovule? Let's discuss. An ovule consists of a funicle, micropyle, integument, nucellus, embryo sac, hilum, chalaza, etc. So, this is a typical structure of ovule. Funicle, here is the funicle. It is the stalk of ovule which is connected with the placenta of ovule. Funicle is short and multicellular. Next, what is a hilum? It is the point where funicle connect the main body of the ovule. Here is the hilum where funicle is connected with the main body of ovule. Sometimes funicle extend up to the base of ovule and reach, thus form a structure called raphe. Next is integuments. These are the layer that surround the ovule. Here is this is the ovule. This is the outline of ovule, and these are the two integument which surrounded the ovule. When ovule is matured, these integument are converted into the seed coat, protective tissue of seed. Next is micropyle, the opening which present at the top of integument. This is the micropyle, the opening of ovule. The main function of a micropyle is to allow the entry of a pollen tube into the ovule. This opening helps to entry of a pollen tube. If this is an ovule, this is an ovary and here is the ovule. When the pollen tube travels through style and it reaches into the embryo sac through the opening called micropyle. Here is this micropylar end, the opening of ovule. Okay. Next is nucellus. The integument surround parenchymatous tissue which constitute the main body of the ovule and called nucellus. So here is the nucellus. This white portion are the nucellus which form the main part of or the main body of ovule, and it is parenchymatous in nature. Here this white portion. So next is chalaza. Here is the chalaza end. Just opposite to the micropylar end, there is another end of the ovule which is called chalaza. Just opposite to micropyle. Here is the micropyle and here is the chalaza. Next is embryo sac. These 8 nucleated or 8 ovule contain part is called embryo sac. It present in the nucellus and it contain female gamete called egg. Here is the integument. Here is the 3 antipodal at chalazial end. At micropylar end there is the here is the egg with 2 synergid and center is the polar nuclei. So these are the structure of an ovule. Here is the detail about embryo sac. This layer, this white layer is the embryo sac, and within the embryo sac there is the here is the nucellar layer, and inside the nucellar there is the embryo sac. It also called as female gametophyte, develop an oval shape, lies within the nucellus, and it contain a mature embryo sac contain 8 nuclei, out of which at micropylar end, here is the micropylar end, 2 synergid, 1 synergid, these are the 2 synergid, and this is the diploid egg, and here is the 2 polar nuclei, and this end is called chalazial end, which is just opposite to the micropylar opening end. Chalazial end contain 3 antipodals. So this is the structure of a typical embryo sac. Here egg is the future embryo, and the polar nuclei are formed the endosperm, and the synergids are non-functional, short-lived, and disintegrate soon after the fertilization. After fertilization, synergids are perish. This is about what I say, that is the egg apparatus, antipodals, and nutritive tissue, etc. Next, types of ovule. There are different types of ovule, mainly 6 types of ovules are there. First is orthotropous ovule. The ovule is said to be ortho or straight. Here is the orthotropous ovule, which is straight line. Micropyle and chalazial lies in a straight line. It is a primitive feature of angiospermic plant. The common example is Polygonum, Rumex, Piper, etc. Next is anatropous ovule. The ovule is said to be anatropous or inverted when the body of ovule is inverted such a way that it's bent back alongside of the funicle, and the micropyle is lie close to hilum. Here is the hilum. This is the funicle, and this part is the hilum. So here is the micropyle. Micropyle is closely associated with the hilum tissue. So it is the inverted ovule. In this case, micropyle and the chalaza lie in the same straight line, but not the funicle as orthotropous. In orthotropous, both funicle, micropyle, chalaza are in a straight line, but in anatropous, the funicle is not lies in a straight line as micropyle and chalaza. It is very common type of ovule, and example is Physaum, Cycer, etc. Next is hemianatropous. Here is the hemianatropous ovule. Here the micropyle and chalaza are lie on its side. Look like the ovule is lying on its side. Right angle about the funicle. Here is the, it is the perpendicular. With the funicle it make a T shape and it is right angle. Make a right angle with the funicle. Example is ranunculaceae and primulaceae. Next is amphitropous. The ovule is said to be amphitropous or transverse when the ovule is lie transversely at right angle to funicle. It is transversely right angle to the funicle. In this case, the micropyle and chalazal lies in a same transverse line instead of being placed in a vertical line. Example is citrus. Next is campylotropous, which is nothing but the curve shaped body of the ovule becomes curve like. It is popularly known as horseshoe shaped, where micropyle and chalazal lies in same pole. Here is the chalaza, here is the chalaza, and here is the micropyle. It lie in the same pole, looks like a horseshoe shape. It is not very common. The integument is fused here. The integument is fused at a micropylar end, and it is found in Brassicaceae and Mirabilis. Next is Circinotropous. Funicle is exceptionally long and form a complete circle. Here is the complete circular outline around the ovule, which is free from it except for a small area at the end of a funicle. Example is Opuntia, or the member of Cactaceae and Plumbaginaceae. Next part is function, help in sexual reproduction. Once pollen grain land on the stigmatic surface, it send out the pollen tube through the style and reach the micropylar end, fertilize with the egg, form the future plant. So these are the function of ovule. If you have any query, please comment in the comment box.